Is this thing recording? Oh, it's recording. Let's say, hello everybody, how you doing? Oh yeah, I got a mic. Why did I get a mic? I randomly bought a mic just to buy a mic. But today, Lord Jesus, I was in there taking a shower. And I took my shower, and when you get down, when you get really down, you go back to where your source is, and I had to go back to where my grandma introduced me to, which was church. Now, when I was going to church, I ain't know. Church was all I knew was a building where we sat in from 10 until 2. And I was like, man, there's no way I can just sit here all day and listen to this. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have my grandma, rest her soul, tremendous woman, one of the best, one of the nicest. If you can find someone in their family that say something bad about her, it's the wrong family. Same thing with my Aunt Mabel. Those were two strong women that raised, several generations. Great old school women. Don't take no junk. I never forget my Aunt Mabel was driving down the wrong side of the road, and all the kids were screaming. We yelling like, Aunt Mabel, you going the wrong. And she turned to us while traffic is coming at us. Turned around and said, y'all better shut up. Everybody in that car sat there. We were going to die quiet that day. She told us to be quiet, and that's what we did. We sat in that car. She turned back around. She hit reverse, and that was it. And that's how it was, That's how we were raised. But anyway, one of the songs I was singing, old traditional, I'm going to try to sing it. I'm not a good singer, but I'll give you a few bars. It was, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, and I'm doing my best to make it in. Boy, have you ever really analyzed the song, the words to that song? The song says, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, and I am doing my best to make it in. There's so many small pockets of just of blessedness and greatness in there. She said, or he said, I'm coming up. Already right there, they're saying that I'm fighting. I'm fighting. I'm not going to give up. I'm fighting. I'm coming up. I'm fighting. Right there. Already established. Didn't say I'm coming up fast. Didn't say I'm coming up slow. Just said I'm coming up. Then the next part is on the rough side of the mountain. You break that down. There's two sides to a mountain. They know they're coming up on the rough side. They know they don't got every advantage in the world. They may not be the tallest, the prettiest, the smartest, the cutest, the well-off, whatever. But they said what? I'm still coming up. I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. And that kind of touched me. It's like, I've been going through some stuff that I was dealing with, and it's self-inflicted, because that's what I like to do. I like to do dumb stuff, and that's how we do as human beings. I'm also reading a book by Eckhart Tolle, and it talks about ego. That's a whole other discussion, but let's stay on this. On the rough side of the mountain. And then the last part is, I'm doing my best to make it in. They have already established that whatever the ounce of fight they got in them, they're going to come up that mountain. And they want to be in the number. They want to be there. And that's how you have to be with life. Like, you have to be willing just to go, just to fight. Come up that side of the mountain. Just fight. Just keep going. You lose your job. Keep fighting. That's the rough side of the mountain. You divorce, separation. That's the rough side of the mountain. You got to keep it moving. And for the longest, I was sitting here just having a pity party about my situation. And I ain't saying I'm over it, but I know through God and just leaning on Him, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to come up this mountain. All right? As long as you got a breath in your body, you're going to be all right. Just keep fighting. You don't give up. And then the other thing that blessed me, that I was blessed with, that came and popped into my head was, and it might not register with everyone, but the thing that it just popped in my head, I said, now when I'm walking around my house, I am talking to myself, saying all types of stuff, but this is the thing that I said. I said, if you give God the will, He will give you the will. And that thing hit me, boy. I said, what? Rob, Now, Matt, what'd you say? Say it again. If you give God the will, He will give you the will. Now, if you ain't understanding what I'm saying, give God the will. That means He let Him drive, let Him have the car. Hey, Jesus ain't your co-pilot. Let Him direct everything. And if you let Him do that, oh, He's gonna give you the will to survive, to make it. He's gonna make sure you come up that rough side of the mountain, and you are gonna get in. So if you're going through anything right now, just understand that, man. Just stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to, make things happen. I was thinking about moving out of this house, and it's a nice house in a great area. And I was driving myself crazy, like, I need to sell this house so I can make money. But I said, why are you stressing yourself out? You got a nice house in a nice neighborhood. It's quiet. You got a deck on the back. You can go watch the trees sway, listen to the wind, see the wind. If you don't understand what that means, to listen to the wind, that means, you not only do you watch it as it blows the trees and blows the branches and the leaves, but you got to listen to God in that. You got to listen to the spirit of the wind. That's another thing from the Eckhart Tolle book, and I'm doing some I'm reading that. I'm on chapter 2. I'm starting back over, but look at the small things. Look at the small things. I was reading that same book today. I rode my bike. That's something else I done picked up. I rode my bike, and I went to, where did I go? Harris Teeter. I sat down and I was eating my food, and out of nowhere, this small, I don't know if it was a gnat, I don't know how to say it, but whatever. It was a small bug, a flying insect. It came and landed on the pages of my book, and I was reading that book. The book was talking about flowers and how the word flower, we know what the word flower means, but when you really look at a flower and break it down, it's one of the most beautiful things that you've ever seen. So I'm looking at the bug, and I'm about to shut the book. I'm like, I'm about to kill this bug. But I paused, and I literally just looked at the bug. Like, literally, just watched it. And the bug was looking like he was reading the book too. So I said, well, I'm going to kill the bug. The bug trying to get some knowledge. I don't know if he was doing it, or she. But I just looked at it. I just stopped and stared at every fine piece of the bug, like the little antennas, his arms, and he was just sitting there. She was just sitting there, just rubbing together, just like, and I was about to kill this being just because it was in my book. Not bothering me, wasn't doing anything, it was just there. And so I continued to read on the left side of the book. I read on the right side of the book. When it got time for me to flip the page, I gave it a little nudge, and the bug went on. All right? And that's just small caveats here and there, but that's the biggest takeaway from here is you're going to come up the mountain. It's going to be rough, but keep going. And when things get too hard, give God the will so He can what? Give you the will. Coach Mac the coach is out, also known as Scattered Mind. And Scattered Mind is basically me just talking about any and everything, because that's who I am. I'm all over the place with stuff, and God has blessed me to understand a lot of things. Not saying I know everything, but I've experienced some things. But thank y'all for listening. God bless you. Good night.